Hey there, Pokket here with MMORPG, bringing you the next guide to Nightmare Eternity Vault.
The next boss you'll actually face is a puzzle boss. There are two pillars located to the north and south of the forest area, and you're going to have to split your group up. Our group put a healer on both sides, a tank on one side, and the off-tank on the other, plus 2 DPS on each side. We've done this without an off-tank. It just requires coordination and the use of CC whenever the elites start to spawn. Before you tackle the boss, there's a wee bit of math to do. Here's a picture to help you get started. It's confusing right now, but it'll make sense in just a moment. Let me explain it. So let's say that this is what your Ancient Pylons look like. The two toggleable blue areas are what will turn the middle column. And you'll notice the outer columns are both matching on opposite sides. This is what you'll need to get the middle column to. And they'll turn from bottom to top. So if you notice, the bottom two are blue, and the middle column is purple. So if you look at the sheet, there'll be 2 turns left or right just to get to blue. And for the second row, if you want to get from yellow to green, it'll be 2 turns to the right. You'll basically want to use this chart to figure out what you need to do, what is the fastest route to completing the puzzle on both sides. And there is an app for this. I'll put it in the description below. This fight tends to be a little bit buggy, but we did find that our most successful way of completing this was to go south first and then have north lock in. The north pylon would basically go as far as they could before the lock-in, and then as soon as the south locked in, then the north would lock in immediately. As more time goes on and you get higher into the puzzle, harder mobs will begin to spawn, including elites. Now, if you go too long, then too many elites will begin to spawn, plus the timer will actually reset. It basically acts as sort of an enrage timer and lets you know that you failed. There is one last thing to note. Your group is going to have to take turns turning the console, so you'll have to pay attention to what side you're turning, as well as being at the console as soon as it's time to turn it. You really can't waste any time, because if you go too long, there will be a part where 2 elites spawn, and then really quickly afterwards, 3 more will spawn right on top of your group. It is possible to fight through, but it usually isn't likely that you survive it. This fight really is a race to beat the clock.
That's it for this guide. Tune in next week for another video, and also don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Head on over to MMORPGcom where you can find more guides, gameplay videos, and reviews.